started. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited about this. I haven't done a webinar maybe in months, so it was well overdue. Basically, what I want to be doing today is explaining to you about the wonderfulness of media competitions, exactly what it is, how you can access it, and how you can actually use competitions and media giveaways as part of your overall marketing strategy. So you don't have to spend money on advertising. You can save that marketing budget, but still get some really big bang. So that's our focus for today. At the end of it, I'll also be giving you some ebooks throughout the time. I also love questions. So in that question box, thanks, Greg. Hello to you too. Please pop in notes. It helps me. It brings my enthusiasm level up, gets me excited that you're engaging with me and that you're kind of on the right page. If you have questions along the way, pop them up and I'll answer them, because chances are if you've got a question, then I'm sure other people will as well. So let's get stuck into the webinar. There we go. So you should be able to see my screen now with a how to win publicity with competitions. If anyone could just give me a hell yeah, we've got that. That would be amazing. You should see a beautiful woman with her mouth gaping open with excitement coming up there. Got it. Thanks, Madeline. You're my girl today. So how to win publicity with competitions. Look, there's heaps of ways you can get publicity. A lot of them are expensive, as I'm sure you've all discovered. Basically, we can get publicity with competitions, which saves you from getting a PR agency. So when you're talking with PR people, often some of the quotes that come back are between like $3,000 to $10,000 a month, and there's no guarantees. So basically, it's fingers crossed we get some publicity. That's fantastic for those big brands, you know, for the Paramounts and the Universals and the Ubisofts and the Coca-Colas of the world. They've got that sort of cash to splash. However, when we're talking small business, that's kind of tough, right? So what we want to do is we want to find some hacks to get that publicity. And competitions is the easiest, most cost-effective way of getting your brand out there. And I also love it because it's a guarantee of what they're going to say. So with PR and publicity, your PR person or you, if you've written a great press release, will send out something to a journalist and cross your fingers that somebody will write about you. Now, you don't have any updates from them on whether it's going to be positive or negative. They could just put in a sentence from you but not mention your brand name. That happens all the time. There's all these ways that it can go wrong, or it can be just a lot of effort for a little sentence that makes no difference at all. With competitions, you're in complete control. I'm a little bit of a control freak, so that might be why I love it so much. When I was running PR campaigns at PR agencies, we'd have 5 media targets to hit for our clients. And when we didn't get all of them at the end of the campaign, they'd say to me, PR-wise, we messed up, we haven't got what we wanted. Now you can go and get them, because they know with competitions, we give them the words to use. We give them the images, and everything we ask them to run, they do. So with competitions, you're in control of everything that they say about your brand. Another reason why I love them so much. So let's get stuck in. Who am I? Oh, I should have started this from the beginning. So basically, my name is Amanda. I am the founder of a company called Prize Pig. It's an online platform that partners you with media competitions. But before this, I used to run competitions for about 15 years for the world's biggest brands. I was at Universal Music, played with the Pussycat Dolls. As you can see here, that is me on the second on the left, after spending 2.5 hours with the Pussycat Dolls hair and makeup artist just for shits and giggles. Don't look like a pussycat doll there, unfortunately, but it was a really fun day. So I used to hang out with these guys and do all of their giveaways for every single Universal Music artist that came through the doors when I was there for nearly 4 years. I ran their campaigns. And I also worked with Paramount Home Entertainment for 4 years, doing their DVD giveaways for Indiana Jones and their major titles that came through. On top of that, working in a PR agency. All I've ever done is giveaways. I was at Nova managing their competitions for 3 years, which was a ball. So I've been on both sides of it. And basically, when I was at a media outlet, when I was at Nova, I discovered that it was really hard to find prizes. It was a total nightmare. And any small business that called through was sent straight to the sales department. Like, have you guys had that? You've called somebody and you've been excited to get, I don't know, get a feature, get some PR out of them and promote your brand, and you call up and the receptionist puts you through to sales, it is so common. And that's just what they're told to do. So I'm going to be telling you a little hack on how to avoid the sales department because unfortunately, look, we don't want to be wasting their time because we don't have budgets, and we don't want them wasting ours with pictures and chasing us on the phone like amazing salespeople do. So it was hard at Nova. We ended up, some weeks didn't have a giveaway. I remember doing a giveaway of a water bottle that a celebrity used to drink out of in an interview. His name was Jesse McCartney, and he had a really fun song out at the time. And when our prize fell over, I just gave away the water bottle that Jesse McCartney drank out of when he was at Nova. How do I have somebody like you guys, your amazing brands, your exciting products and services, then probably we could have done something. But seeing as all of your calls were being sent to the sales department, there was no way. So that's how I got into this, problems on both sides. And I really wanted to work with passionate small business owners and teaching them these little secrets. So far, I've got $5 million worth of media exposure, which is epic. Like, that's a really big number. And worked with hundreds of brands in the last 12 months, small businesses, helping them out. So this is what I do. That's the only thing I've really ever done. And I'm excited to share my experience with you. So what happens? How does it work? So in PrizePig, we get big media for small business. So you can do this on your own, and I'm going to take you through it, how you can do it without us. So media outlets have media space. So a media outlet is a magazine, a television show, a radio station, a blog, a website, a Facebook page that has a heap of followers. So they're all big media places of broadcast. These guys are talking to a lot of people. And they all run competitions, which is what we want. So media outlets run competitions to get their audience excited, to make sure that their audience feels like they're part of something. It really increases engagement when they're running competitions, and they like to reward the people that listen to them and watch them and read them. So basically, media outlets need prizes to make them look good, which is wonderful for us because it means they're going to be bragging about your prizes. They want to shout from the rooftops that they have your amazing prize because it makes them look good and it makes them look like they're rewarding their people. So competitions are always positive, they're always engaging, and it is just the best way of promoting your brand because they are promoting you because you're promoting them. You see what I mean? It's a really fun way to engage media outlets, and they start talking about you because they're excited about your prizes. Now, you have that brand to promote. Now, all of these competitions that media outlets are running, whether it's a radio station saying the fifth caller is going to win this amazing prize, or they could be asking people to subscribe to a magazine. If you subscribe to Better Homes and Gardens this month, you'll win a beautiful tea pack. It could be a website where they're just asking for your email address and maybe to fill in a survey. Fill in this survey to win this amazing food hamper. So they need these prizes, and you've got the product, which means that they're going to promote your brand. At the moment, we have our media outlets posting on PrizePig the competitions that they're running and the prizes that they need. It is a little hack. It's a shortcut. It's a way to really access big media outlets quickly. We've got 200 up there at the moment, but I'm going to tell you how you can do it without us on your own and make sure that it's win-win. So it means that the media outlet is getting an amazing prize and something they can brag about, plus you're getting your product and service viewed by hundreds of thousands of people that have never seen or heard of you before. When you're talking about brand awareness, that is incredible. There is absolutely no other way that you can be promoting your brand like that. There's no way that you can run a Facebook ad and engage 500,000 people with that Facebook ad without spending an absolute fortune. Well, that's what we can do with competitions. Kyle and Jackie O have 500,000 people that listen to them in Sydney, and that's a radio station. They just need $550 prizes every week to give away. Isn't that fantastic? Imagine being able to get that sort of exposure. Well, you can. Any small business can access those major media outlets, and it's important that you know that they're not too big for you. No matter how small you are, you can partner with massive media outlets, and it makes you look bigger than what you are, which is fun. So I want to show you some examples of what a media competition is. I just mentioned Kyle and Jackie O. They're one of my favorites. This is actually two comps. So at the top, you'll see Bronze Bitch. I wonder if any of you actually know Sasha at Bronze Bitch. A fantastic organic self-tanning company. So what we did before Sasha even had her tan ready, before she even had her product for sale, before she had a website, we gave some to Kyle and Jackie O, and they did a giveaway on air every morning for a week and gave away a bottle of organic self-tan thanks to Bronze Bitch, the newest self-tan on the market, and they promoted us, which was brilliant because then when she launched her website, we were able to do this. So this top half here is just the Bronze Bitch website, and Kyle and Jackie O are on there. Give me some feedback on that. How would your brand look on your website if you had some logos like that and it didn't really cost you anything? It just cost you some products. Or if you have a service, you can partner with somebody and get some products to do some giveaways, or even do a giveaway of your service. But see how amazing that looks? That sort of exposure on your homepage increases conversions instantly. Even if people didn't see that competition, they've never heard of you before, they've just jumped on the website because somebody sent them a link, or they're browsing through Instagram and like your page, and so they jump onto your website, and then they see that on there. That drops buyer's resistance immediately because they trust big media brands. They're inherently going to trust you. They trust you straight away after seeing that because they know that that you're a legitimate brand. If they put their credit card details in, chances are they're going to receive their product and it's going to be a good product. That's because you've been featured in media. Media has this amazing pool. Years ago, you may remember those stickers that has seen on TV, stickers that people put on products. Nowadays, you need to be a little bit more specific about where you have been seen on instead of the little red as seen on TVs. But as featured on Kyle and Jackie O is an incredible way of increasing your sales on your website, increasing conversions, and there's heaps of other ways you can use it. If you're chatting with suppliers, having media logos on your prop makes such a difference. If you're looking to get into Woolworths with your brand or even into beauty salons, if they've got a pile of opportunities of people that are pitching them a similar product, yours is going to be the only one with these media outlets on it. Can I tell you that the percentage of small business owners that are running competitions and that are featuring media outlets is so small, I would even estimate it might be about 6 or 7% of small business owners. That means that in your market, chances are nobody's doing this, so you're going to pop out immediately. Everyone is going to see that brand and think that you are the domination in your market because you're in all these places. The one underneath here, that's a giveaway with WSFM. Win an Italian wine pack with your song. And underneath here, there's actually 2 paragraphs about Sensi Wines. There's a link to their website, their Instagram, and their Facebook page. And Amanda and Jonesy from WSFM, who also have almost 500,000 listeners in Sydney, also chatted about them on air every day for a week. That was worth about $8,500. So if you call these guys and ask for a giveaway and ask to be promoted, that's what they're going to charge you, $8,500. So in a couple of minutes, I'm going to show you how you can actually avoid that awkward conversation. Make sure that you're not having to pay those big numbers to get phenomenal space like this. Every single one of you has access to this. You should be doing all these giveaways. Here's one of my favorites. This is a GQ competition. We actually run GQ comps in almost every mag. The last 3 I've had a competition in. They only do one competition a mag, and it's been my one, so I love that. This is an example of a brand that doesn't have a product. So My Point One, some of you might know the boys, My Point One was a small business that was focusing on sustainability. It was a membership site for guys to do a bit of a salary sacrifice for environmental projects every month. Not really something you can give away because it's a charity and they were asking people for money, but they still needed to promote themselves to men who were in a high economic bracket who read GQ magazine. So what we did was we worked with them to work out a prize, and they had a mate that did electronic skateboards. Perfect. That's a tight fit. Electric skateboards, sustainability, environmentalism, that all works really well together. So we did a giveaway in GQ with the electric skateboard. This space is worth 10 grand for a skateboard they got for free from a mate. They were in the magazine, on the website. This little competitions box had them featured in that on the GQ homepage. GQ also put up a Facebook post and tweeted about it and put it up on their Instagram. Can you imagine being in GQ magazine? Like, even if your brand is targeting women and you do makeup, it'd still be cool to be GQ. It's just such a strong, powerful brand. Again, it makes you look so much bigger than what you are and helps increase all those conversions, people going to your website. Plus, imagine all those thousands of people that are reading GQ Mag that have never heard of you, who know of you now. That's what we want. We want to get you far and wide. Competitions are the best way of getting brand awareness. This spot, Channel 10. Who thinks that they are too small a business to be featured on Channel 10? In that little questions box, do you think you could be on Channel 10 next week? Is your brand good enough to be featured? Let me know what you think if you're confident on that. Pop it into the questions box on the right-hand side in your webinar. Let me know some feedback. Channel 10 is one of our biggest media partners. No way, says Annalise. No way. Well, yeah, it's really easy to do. We have spots with Channel 10 every single day, and they are always looking for incredible prizes that are excitable to their audience. So the audience of Studio 10 is about 70 or 80,000 people who are stay-at-home mums and who are retirees and uni students. So if you're targeting any of those people and you have a product or you have a service and you can partner with a product, then you should be on Channel 10. Nutrimetics are a bigger brand. However, I've done giveaways with tiny brands. I've worked with people who have made candles in their kitchen. We only need 50 units. So they made 50 candles before I actually think it was the week that they launched these beautiful candles, and we did a giveaway on Channel 10 the week that their business launched. Can you imagine being on Channel 10? And even though it is on Studio 10, you can actually use that Channel 10 logo everywhere. Put it on your homepage, put it on your email signature. You can absolutely get it out there. These are the competitions that you need to be looking for. So it's just a matter of being aware when you're watching, reading, listening to media outlets, what giveaways they're running and how you can get in there. I think this is my last example before I actually tell you how you can do it. This is a website. So Australian Senior is the biggest website for seniors. They have like 1.2 million views a month. Can you imagine that? It's huge for seniors. So if you're targeting an older demo, this is great. They need $1,000 prize, and the spot is worth $10,000 if you were to buy it. So they will promote you far and wide, makes you look good, opens you up to a new demographic. You could be targeting seniors on Facebook one-to-one and paying per click on AdWords, or you could target 1.5 million of them immediately through and let somebody else do all the hard work for you. That sounds better, doesn't it? I mean, we're all so time poor that reaching these potential audience members, reaching our clients is really hard. So why don't we give products to media outlets to promote us for us, so you're not having to do the one-on-ones, right? See how much it just alleviates any issues. You're not having to check to do A and B tests in your Facebook ads. You're not having to update your pay-per-click and get in the back end of AdWords, which was a total nightmare. You just need to send them prizes and say, give this away for us, and here's our logo, and here's what we want you to say, and then they do that. Amazing. That's totally the way. Does it get more sales? Hell yeah. You can reach thousands of new clients. Channel 10 or any logo on your homepage increases social proof, increases social media content. Like, you can, if you've got a magazine competition, pop down to the news agency the day it's out, take a photo of it and say, hey, who's down at the news agency today? We've got a giveaway in Women's Day magazine. We're really excited about it. It's something for you to talk about. You can talk about that it's been booked in. You can talk about the day that the competition's live. You can invite people and your audience to enter the competition. Once there's a winner, you can do a winner's announcement. Hey, we're really excited that Trevor from Seaforth just won this amazing prize with our GQ magazine giveaway. Anybody who didn't see it, you need to tell about it. Because why? Branding. Makes you look bigger than what you are. Impresses stakeholders, suppliers, stockists, investors, and really importantly, your family. Particularly Channel 10. I've had a lot of our clients do the Channel 10 competition and afterwards be so excited that some random family member, sometimes in another state, saw it and said, wow, you must be doing so well, which is nice to hear because, as you know, when you're running a small business, it can be a bit isolating, and family sometimes and friends are a little bit, oh, how's it going? And a bit nervous for you. And sometimes they tell you, don't quit your job, don't run your own business. But when you do something like this, It empowers you. It makes you be like, yeah, I'm on the right track. I'm doing amazing things. And sometimes, yeah, that's important. That can be really important. Okay, guys, this is where the rubber hits the road. I'm going to take a drink because I'm talking a lot. So grab your pen and paper. Here's how you're going to get it. I'm going to run you through, I think I've got 4 steps in here, but I'm going to talk you through 6 ways on how you can do it. As I mentioned, Prize Pig features 200 media competitions that are ready to go and all looking for prizes at the moment. If you want to do it yourself, this is what PR agencies do. When I worked in a PR agency, this is how I secured competitions. It is there's a few steps. It takes a little bit of time, but as you can see, the results are pretty gobsmacking and well worth it. If you're going to be putting time into a marketing activity, I might be biased because I think competitions are freaking amazing, but this is totally how to do it. When I mentioned Prize Pig, this is the back end, yeah? So we've got 200 of these. There's the Studio 10 competition. There's a Hobart radio station, BYO Kids if you're targeting mums, HCF if you're targeting healthy people. We've got 200 of those, and that's how easy it is to kind of see what we're all about and pick and choose competitions that you want to be part of and really control your media exposure by picking and choosing. It's just like shopping for shoes, except for you're shopping for media exposure for free. Amazing, right? Anyway, if you want to do it the long way, here's how we do it. Step 1, find a media outlet. So this is important because it's not a scattergun approach. So when if any of you guys sent out a press release and you just send out to like 50 different media outlets, you just get a ton of email addresses and you flick it out? Has anyone ever done that? What you need to do is send it far and wide and scattergun approach, and hopefully someone picks it up. Well, sometimes if you send it to everyone, then nobody's interested. It's about being really targeted. So you need to pick a media outlet that is really right for you. Then you're not wasting your time doing giveaways and calling people that aren't featuring your demographic anyway. So looking at your own target audience, your customer, your clients, your perfect avatar, who is that? Now, I'm sure you all have identified that. That's really important. So now you need to know what media are they watching, reading, listening to. Like I use the GQ example, their target audience were guys that were in a high socioeconomic bracket and interested in the environment. So chances are a percentage of those guys are into GQ. That was a pretty tight fit. GQ is a really good space. Red Wine on WSFM, that's an older listener who is actually quite foodies. They're into their food and wine, particularly in Sydney. Again, that was a really tight fit. And you can even ask your current clients. Send out a survey monkey and be like, hey, if you buy a magazine every week, what magazine do you buy? What TV shows do you watch? Before I start work, there's 3 websites that I visit, and I will look at them before I start work in the mornings and also before I go to bed at night. Everyone has their little website rituals. I wonder what your clients are, and I wonder if any of those media outlets are a space that you can get a competition on, because that would be perfect. So once you've figured out the media outlet that you think your audience is at, you need to experience that. So I'd also recommend going to a news agency. While it's probably easy to rattle off like 10 different magazines off the top of your head, you've got no idea how many actual magazines are out there. Like there's hundreds of magazines in this country for everybody. So I'm in Manly, and there's a huge big news agency here called Humphreys. And I feel like they have every magazine that is ever released in the country. So find a really big news agency and just wander along the aisles and try and find something that you think your target audience is going to read, and buy that mag and read it and understand the media outlet. And then, do they have any competitions? If they're all watching a TV show, do they have any competitions? Well, everyone might be watching The Project. They don't do giveaways. So you'll need to go back to the drawing board and find the media that they're experiencing, and then doing your research. And then the final question is, do they have any competitions? Now, I would like any questions before I move to the next slide. Does anyone have any questions about, are you not sure what a media outlet is? Are you not sure which media outlet is right for you? If you've got a business and you're a bit not sure, you can even just put your business type in that question box. Let me know, are you a skincare brand and you're not really sure? Or are you doing men's shoes and you don't know what to do? you should be doing GQ. But if you do have any questions around this, please pop that into the questions box on the right-hand side in your GoToWebinar screen, and I will help you out personally while we're doing this session with that. So please keep up the questions. It helps me know I'm in the right direction. Nothing so far? Alrighty. So you've got your media outlet. I'm delighted that all of you are able to identify the right media outlets. That's great news. Perfect. Now, you've found a competition in the media outlet. That's brilliant. Now you need to know the name of the comp. So if you had decided that it was a radio station giveaway, and you've done your research, like in step 1, it said to listen to the radio station, and you've found the competition, it might be the top 10 quiz in the breakfast show. It might be called the top 10 quiz. It might be in a magazine, and it might be the letters to the editor prize. It might be on the television, and it might be the audience giveaway. Every competition has a name. That's how they call it the name in the media outlet. If it's a website competition, it might be called like a monthly Dynamo giveaway. Just look for the title of what the media outlet are calling the comp, because that is your ticket to avoiding the sales department. That is a really important feature. It's ridiculous about how much weight actually knowing the name of the competition is going to get you with the receptionist, but make sure you identify the actual name of the giveaway. And how often do they do it? And is it the same prize? So radio do a competition a week, and they give the same prize away every day. So they'll need 5 prizes. So a breakfast show on Nova give away 1 prize every single day in the breakfast show, and they give away the same prize Monday to Friday, and then the next Monday they start with a new prize. So when you're pitching, you'll need to know that they need 5 prizes. If it's a website, chances are they'll only need 1. But you can have a look at what the prize is that they're giving away and work out how much the prizes are worth. This step's really important, so then it helps you know what you need to be pitching. If they're giving away something valued at $100, brilliant. Now you know you need to pitch something that's valued at around $100. If they have a prize that's $1,000, then obviously your prize that you're offering is going to be pretty different. So, what's the name of the competition? How often do they do it? How many prizes do they need? And how much are their prizes worth? This is really easy to figure out if it's in a magazine or a website. If it's a radio station, just listen for a week. Get up really early, set your alarm for 6 o'clock if it's a breakfast show, and really research that and make sure that it is right for your audience. You don't want to be pitching prizes that, it costs you money. They cost you the wholesale value. You don't want to be pitching these if it's not worth it, if it's not the right demographic for you. So your research is just as important, making sure that you're the right fit for them, just as it is with them saying yes to you. So that's step 2, find a competition in the text box and the questions on the bottom right, on the right-hand side of your screen. Please pop in. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean by the name of the competition? You can just say yes. There is a little hand button that you can raise your hand. You can pop that up as well, and just let me know that you're kind of on the right track. Great, I've got a couple of hands. Fantastic. Please, any questions, just let me know. I'd love to help you out and actually answer them as we're doing the webinar. So step 3, pick your prize. Speaking of questions, this is actually where I usually get most questions. Do you have a product that is perfect? If you have a wine company, if you sell shoes, or you sell makeup, or you sell suits, if you have a day spa, if you have a restaurant, all of these are fantastic prizes, and you're really lucky because your brand and your business already has the prizes ready to go. If you have a service that doesn't fit into that isn't targeting like something like a mortgage broker, an accountant, a B2C service that doesn't really lean itself to a really cool prize, then that's okay. I'll have a chat with you in a second about how we can do that. So the prize, what we need is to pick a prize that is great for the media outlet, because they're giving it away, right? They're using it to make them look good. So the first step is finding a really fantastic prize that is perfect for the media outlet, and it doesn't have to be all about you. The prize is like a tripwire. Do you guys know what a tripwire is? It's a little hook to get somebody in. Just like Verve, there's an image here of this beautiful Verve briefcase. You don't have to be Verve to give away that prize, but you can be a an accountant who wants the winners to celebrate financial freedom. How about that? So you can say, win a bottle of Verve thanks to Trevor's Accounts. Get on your way to financial freedom. Visit trevorsaccounts.com.au. The first sentence doesn't need to be about the accounts because that's a bit dry and boring, but we need to hook them in with something exciting first, and it's going to be the champagne. So let's, razzle and dazzle and put our hands in the air with the champagne and get them excited. So I've just got some more questions coming through. So let me have a look. Joshua, we're a food and exercise company. What mags or media outlets would be best? Oh, mate, questions coming through slow. That was a couple of steps ago. All right, Joshua. Food and exercise company, you can go crazy. What about Feast magazine? You're targeting people that are living healthily, I imagine. What about the Healthy Life magazine? Healthy Food Guide magazine is another one. It depends on how old your audience is. If they're younger, you could do something with Yen. They love food stuff. We've also got a really great spot at the moment with the Melbourne Review. So that goes out to 300,000 people in Melbourne. It's a free magazine and they do all the food and restaurant reviews. So your competition will be lying next to food and restaurant reviews and cafe reviews, which is what your audience would be reading anyway, which is perfect. So does that help, Joshua? I think you're spoilt for choice. With exercise, HCF have a magazine that would be great. It targets healthy, fit people with private health insurance, 35 plus, usually female focused. That's a good spot. We've also got a giveaway with magazines, a magazine that goes to nutritionists. We have a magazine that goes to gym owners. So there's some B2B stuff there that we can help you with. So if you want to chat about that further, Josh, absolutely let me know. Making sense, says Susanna. Thank you very much. Yup, says Peter. Yup, says Emma. Got it, Madeline. You're all over it. Rachel's got it. Karine, I just connected and didn't know about this webinar. Oh, so having trouble with the volume. Will there be a replay? I'm actually recording this, lucky you, so I'll email it to you afterwards. And you can watch in your spare time, Karen. That'll make things easier. All right, thanks so much for that feedback. That makes me happy. All right, so picking prizes, services are cool. We just need to make something that is a little bit of a razzle dazzle at the beginning, kind of like when you're making an ad. If you're doing an ad for your brand, if you're a mortgage broker, you're not going to put up an image of a contract. That's a bit dull. So what about you did something else? For a mortgage broker, I'd recommend partnering with someone who has a homewares brand. Like let's get your dream lounge room ready. Does that sound fun? If you're targeting businesses, as a small business owner and you're targeting businesses, what would you want to win? I tell you what, if I had a gift voucher for Vistaprint or Officeworks, I'll be very excited. Those sorts of things. The top 10 business books, that'd be fun. What is it that your audience would want to win? Plus, what is it that the media outlet is going to be excited by? Unfortunately, I will give you a heads up that anything to do with marketing exercises, like you might be holding a free seminar or you might be doing a free webinar like I am. They're not prizes. They're really cool marketing tools. They're a really great way of getting your brand out there and telling people about it. But giving away tickets to your seminar or to your ebooks or to your personal books about your brand aren't quite amazing prizes. But you can run that as a marketing campaign for something else and then just pick something else for your prize. Does anybody have a business where they don't know what their prize would be? You can pop that into the questions box. That would be really helpful and I can help you out. From what I can see, everyone's kind of looks pretty product-based from the responses and the questions that I've been getting so far. Please just pop in some questions and I'll help you out. But hopefully that helps, like a service. That's cool. You just need to think of a prize that they would be excited by. If you're your own target audience, what do you want? Just need to fit the competition and the media outlet that you've researched, and then that is great. So if you're listening to the Kyle and Jackie O show and they're giving away a makeup pack worth $100, then you if you've got a female-focused brand, then you know that that's kind of a prize they'd be after. If you do fashion or skincare, if they're giving away makeup, chances are they'll be interested and excited about giving away your product as well. If you're thinking of purchasing or partnering with a product, then that's how you kind of gauge it. What are they giving away and what can I do that's pretty similar? That's totally the best way of going about it. Same but different. Parenting coaching, Peter. Okay, fun. So you're coaching parents. Um, Basically, there are hundreds of media outlets targeting mums. I think probably 15, maybe even 20% of the competitions in Prize Peak are targeting mums. So, Peter, you can do giveaways with those sorts of media outlets, which are perfect. And for prizes, for coaching, if it's online or in one state, I think the parenting coaching actually would be a really great prize. For mums out there, win a course, if you're doing courses, then I think that is fantastic. Or if you wanted to do something a little bit different, why not a massage voucher? I mean, what mum out there doesn't want some time off? You could partner with a babysitting service, a nanny service, and have a break on us, win a parenting coaching class and a massage. That would be an amazing prize, and I don't doubt that you would have thousands of mums entering that giveaway. I think that would be really fun. Hopefully that helps, Peter. You could be doing giveaways with Kids Spot, Women's Day magazine, Mother and Baby magazine. We've got heaps of other blogs, Mum to 5, Mouths of Mums, that are targeting mums that would love to do parenting coaching courses that I have in Prize Peak at the moment. So that's something that's an easy win. Joshua, we've recently partnered with online women's fitness apparel. Would running a fitness makeover be an idea? Yeah, that's a great idea, Joshua. A fitness makeover is brilliant, but it doesn't have to be that complicated. Just a fitness apparel, just an outfit, I think is great. If you're doing a makeover, some people might think, well, hey, I'm actually all right. Maybe I don't need a makeover. So you don't want to be eliminating any of the audience. So by just giving away an outfit, thanks to you guys, I think is simple and perfect, and that's all you'd really need. Online's women's fitness apparel is a tight fit for you guys, and you can kind of go crazy. I'd love some online fitness apparel. Josh, let's do some giveaways. Product based for a business that hasn't launched yet, Emma. Oh, how mysterious. Oh, Peter says gold. I'm glad that helped. Good. I'll give you a link at the end too, so you can book in for a chat with me personally, and I can kind of run through in a little more detail for you, Peter, and everybody else, if you want to go through this for some more info based on your brand personally. Emma, product based for a business that hasn't launched. Well, did you hear me in the beginning give the example of Bronze Bitch, where we hadn't launched the organic tan yet? However, we actually did a giveaway anyway because we can point to a Facebook page. If you've got a Facebook page, we can do that. Or it could be a coming soon. Coming soon, we just want to tell you about it and give away a prize. That means that what we can do is create some really cool competitions for brand awareness so that when you do launch, heaps of people already know about you. You're a step ahead. You're in front. You're ahead of the competition instead of launching and then focusing on all your marketing. Pre-launch, you probably might have a little more time up your sleeve now. So it's a really great time to start connecting with media outlets and running competitions. I'd love to have a chat with you and can do you a free strategy with some media targets for you around that if you want some help. So yeah, let's have a chat about that, Emma. Yvette, I bet you have a big question. I run an education consultancy. What would I use as a prize, or where would I start? So, Yvette, I'm not sure what education consultancy you kind of target. Are you targeting people who are learning they're a little bit older, or are you targeting people? Oh, Emma, sorry, we'll come back. Homewares. Brilliant. Let's go crazy. We can do a giveaway with Real Living. And Real Living is 3 months away. So you can kind of start booking stuff in now. And then when you launch, you've already got the magazine spaces done. So with Homewares, that's a really easy win. And you can just start booking comps in for around the time that your brand and your website is launching, if you'd like to do that as well. So hopefully that is helpful. Now, Yvette, education. So if you're targeting people who are older, an older demographic who are going back to learn, what do they want? You can kind of think of just prizes for them. I think if it's a younger demo, we actually have a couple of competitions with the Department of Education for school leavers, if that's kind of your space. So for an education consultancy, why wouldn't you could have like a backpack, like an Officeworks voucher. You're going back to school. Here's all the stationery you could possibly need. An iPad would be really fantastic to take into class. What do people need if they're going back to school? A laptop, that sort of thing might be really great. basically anything that you think your audience would be excited by. I think that's wonderful. If you are targeting people who are a little bit older, going to mum websites and mum's blogs and mum magazines, people who are returning to workforce or thinking about further education after their kids have finished, once their kids have started school, that'd be a really great spot. So media outlets, that's kind of who I'd be looking at and targeting. As I mentioned earlier, we've got a heap of mum outlets. So if you want to have a chat about that, or you can target them yourselves using these amazing steps. Hopefully that's helpful for you, Yvette. I'll go into step 4. Keep bringing those questions through. I think they're helpful for everybody. Emma says, thanks. You're so welcome, Emma. Step 4, pitch your prize. So this is kind of where people get stuck. So you've done all your research and now you need to pitch it. Don't get intimidated. The people who you're eventually going to be talking to who are running the competitions will be so grateful. Do you know how busy these guys are? The woman who works at Channel 10, who does the giveaways that we look after, she actually produces 4 hours of live television each day, every single day. So she's got to come up with content for 4 hours of live television every single day and find prizes for giveaways. Anytime I call her or anytime she gets a pitch from Prize Pig that says, we've got a prize for you, she says, hallelujah. That's one phone call I don't have to make. So it's just a matter about avoiding the sales department, getting through to the promotions person who are going to be falling over themselves to thank you. You're on the same level. So don't be intimidated by these guys. You've got to kind of back yourself, know that they need you. You're welcome, Yvette. She says, thank you. So all the research that you've done is brilliant. So all that time that you've listened or read or watched is now going to come into play. So because you know the competition name, that's how you're going to get into the receptionist. So let me do an example. If I call you and you're a receptionist and I say, oh, hi, my name is Amanda, I'm calling from Prize Pig. I've got this really amazing business and we're doing this cool thing with this new product release. And I just wanted to have a chat with somebody about how we can kind of work together and get my brand promoted. Sales department. Can you imagine how quick her little fingers on the phone would move to put me through to the sales department? Oh, that is just a setup for a sales call. Perfect. And if you and your business kind of got a call that was a bit vague like that, you'd be thinking, great, that's a good lead, right? You'd want to be selling to them too. But if you call and say, hi, my name is Amanda, I'm calling from Prize Pig. Can I chat with somebody who looks after the letters to the editor giveaway? You've asked them a specific question and that receptionist will say, absolutely, I'll put you through to Katie or I'll put you through to Cheryl who looks after that. That's the hack. That one question when you're calling a receptionist means that you will not talk to the sales department. Is that a good trick? It sounds simple, right? It sounds so simple, but I will guarantee if you call a media outlet and say that, Rachel's smiley face, I'm glad you like that, Rachel. If you call them, they probably would have never had that call before, aside from me, because this is what I do. This doesn't happen very often. Small business owners don't do this. If you have this, you've got the extra edge over the top of all your competitors. See that line, talk like you're walking into a bar underage. You get all dressed up, you walk like you mean it, right? That's the trick when you walk into a bar and you're underage. You've got to look like you're meant to be there. That's what you're doing with these calls. You need to look like you're meant to be there. You need to sound like you know what you're talking about. Because you do. You know the competition name. You've done your research. You've got a great prize because you're offering them something awesome, not asking them to promote you. It's not about you yet. It will be. It will be once you send through all the details of what you want them to say. However, at this point, it really is just about offering them something really cool. Hi, it's Amanda from Prize Pig. When you get through to the person, I've been listening to Kyle and Jackie O give away those makeup hacks, and I thought you'd really love the stilettos of a brand that I've just launched. I'll send you through some images. What's your email address? Oh, they will give their email address out so quickly. They'll be like, oh, that'd be amazing. Please send an image through to this. They'll be really excited. So make sure you've done your research because that is going to open every single door once you get to that point. Okay. Laura, what about email submissions? Worth it or just call? Oh, Laura, you've always got to call. I think it's really important to give a call. Don't be scared of them. These are just really busy people. call and then send an email. So call and leave a voicemail. If they don't answer, definitely leave a voicemail and then call the next day because you've got their name and you don't have to ask the receptionist and be tricky. You can just say, hey, can I be put through to Katie in the promotions department again? I think a conversation with them is really important because they're super busy and chances are if they don't know who you are, then they won't open your email. So always call. That's my trick. I call and then follow up with an email. If they don't reply to my email, I keep calling them until they do. I've never stopped hassling a media outlet because they never got back to me. I just keep going because usually even I know that you probably heard this before too. If you're selling to somebody, you need to talk to them 7 times before you can close that deal. I feel it's the same with our media guys. They're really busy. And even when I hassle a media outlet, when I finally get through, they say, thank you so much for following me up. I've had this on my mind and you're on my list and I've just been meaning to get around to it. So don't be intimidated by them. It's really easy. You're helping them out and in turn, they're helping you. It's totally a win-win situation. It's brilliant. Now, can you see the link on the bottom here? Calendly.com/prizepig/let's chat. If you write down that link, you can book some time straight into my calendar. If you've got some more questions, I would love to have a chat with you. We can book in some spots. My calendar is ready to go with 15-minute slots just for you guys for joining me in the webinar. And also, if you want to jump straight in and sign up to Prize Pig, we have 200 media competitions that are available today. So if you want Kyle and Jackie O, if you want Channel 10, if you want Better Homes and Gardens, if you want Real Living Magazine, if you want Mother and Baby Magazine, you don't have to be doing all this research and looking into media outlets. We've got them all there for you to pitch your prizes straight away. And there's also a heap of support from me because I love working with small business owners. So I will help you with everything that you need. It's $7 for the first month and then $97 every month after that. No lock-in contracts. But if you sign up today, I'll give you a free upgrade worth $90 so that you can get started and pitch to unlimited media outlets for $7. So if you want to be on Channel 10, if you want to be on Nova, if you want to be in those major media spaces and be promoting your brand without paying for advertising, that's kind of what I do and that's my favorite thing, and you can do it for just $7. It's such an incredible platform. I'm really proud of it, and I made it nice and cheap because I want you to give it a go and give me some feedback and let me know your thoughts. Emma just signed up to the Piglet level, Emma. Fantastic. We can do some really fun things. We have so many media outlets that are desperate for prizes. Speaking of Channel 10, I booked in 9 competitions with them last week, and we're looking to do some more this week. It's really easy. We make sure that every single media outlet gets back to you in 30 days. So month to month, which is what you're paying, you'll hear back from every media outlet that you pitch to within 30 days. So you're not waiting, you're not chasing up, making calls, sending emails out and crossing your fingers. And we're really transparent about who they are. You will be able to pick media outlets based on their listenership, based on their demographic. We show examples of competitions that they've run before, so you can actually see what it is, just like those examples that I showed you earlier in the webinar. By picking and choosing the media outlets that you're targeting, you can pick and choose who you want to tell your brand to and brag and get brand awareness happening for your business. It's my job to kind of make sure that we partner with the right media outlets and get you big media exposure without the media spend. So please jump into Calendly, book a chat with me, obligation free. I just really would love to chat with you and hear about your business, and maybe I can make some more suggestions for you. And if you do upgrade, just get started for $7 to our preview level. We'll do a free upgrade for you so that you can get started and really get some wins under your belt, particularly at the beginning of the year. It's a good way to get started and expand your brand. We also introduce your brand to our media outlets once you sign up. So we'll be sending out an email to our 1,000 media contacts with all the details on your brand. And it comes from us, not you. They know us and they love us. And they open their emails, which is amazing. We also have a secret Facebook page where we promote one member every single day to our media partners. So there's that little extra love that we give you and make sure that media know about you. And then if they are doing anything in the future, a lot of editorial pieces do come out of Prize Pig because they've heard of you before, which is fantastic. Now, we are wrapping up. Are there any last questions? Lindell, this is awesome. I'm definitely looking into Prize Peak. Amazing. Rachel says, thanks, Amanda. You're so welcome. Hopefully you got something out of that. Basically, this is all I do. Competitions are my favorite thing in the world. And if I can help you get brand exposure using them, then that you've made my day. So it was a pleasure to chat with you all. I will send you all an ebook with some more details on how you can get major exposure for your brand with competitions, because I couldn't quite jam everything into today's session. And there'll also be a link where you can actually watch and listen to a recording of this later on down the track in your free time if you fancy listening to my voice again. So have a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to chat with you all really soon. Have a great day.